Hello, Jeremy here. Pretty exciting news we got yesterday, which is the official announcement for the box set from the Beach Boys, We Got a Groove. It's the new thing coming out. It's coming out in 3 weeks, the day before Valentine's Day. It's going to be a lovely gift to my wife. She doesn't care, but she's happy for me, so. There's a lot that we could talk about. You can go online and you can see all the artwork for it, and you can look through all the track listing. All those things are very exciting. I think I'll probably leave most of that for when I actually have the box set in my hands, because it can get a little redundant if I go through everything right now and then go through it again when it's all here. Plus, I'll have been able to listen to the tracks and I'll be able to actually talk about things a little bit more in depth. I will say that we did finally get a name for the new audio engineer for this box set, and presumably the person that's going to be working with the Beach Boys from now on, and that is James Saez. If that's wrong, please correct me, somebody. He handled the production, the mixing, and the engineering for this box set. And I looked him up. He has done, a good handful of things. He worked on some stuff for Breaking Bad. So we finally get that Beach Boys Breaking Bad crossover we always wanted. We did get one track that has come out on streaming, and that's We Got a Groove. And it sounds good. It sounds nice. It definitely sounds better than a lot of things that have come out in recent years. It is a little bit brick-walled, which is, I guess, kind of concerning, but not really, because when I listened to the track, it sounded good. Mike's voice did sound like a little bit distorted, but as far as just being able to hear everything and it having a nice balance, it sounded good. I'm looking forward to hearing what the rest of it sounds like. I'm excited about a lot of the adult child stuff. But speaking of adult child, I did want to show you today one of the very first Beach Boys kind of custom album bootlegs that I made for myself, not to sell to anybody else. For myself, I made this really crappy adult child bootleg. Really crappy. It's a piece of shit. But I held on to it because, to buy an adult child bootleg, it's like $300, $400, $500. It's stupid, and they don't even really sound that good. And now that this box set is coming out, pretty much makes all of those bootlegs irrelevant. Again, if you want the nostalgia of holding on to something that, once meant a lot to people who had never heard the music before, you can do that. I prefer to just have something in my collection that sounds good and is a little bit more definitive. These are fun little novelties to have. And, this, maybe I'll hold on to it because it, for me it means something. But I'll never listen to it. Something unique about this is that I did make kind of my own track listing that doesn't follow the proposed track listing for adult child. And I know some people may say, well, what are you doing that for? Well, I like to order things in a way that makes sense to me. And again, if you're going to make your own adult child, why not, track it the way you want to hear the tracks. Certain things like Help Is on the Way and Games 2 Can Play, they don't really sonically belong on this album, and so I'm fine that they didn't include it in the box set and I didn't include it here. Let me just go through what I have here, and you can tell me in the comments if you hate it. First of all, I do want to talk about the cover. This is my design, and again, really, really crappy. Of course, the picture of Brian is great. It's iconic, but the font I chose here is no good. The quality of this jacket itself leaves a lot to be desired. On the back here, I have this design, which I took from the Adult Child Millennium Edition that came out on CD. I couldn't find a credit for, the artists that did this, probably because it's a bootleg. But whoever did this, I just, I took what you did because I was lazy and because, it worked well enough. but I went in and I did change the track listing here, and now you can see how I ordered it. On side 1, I have Life is for the Living, of course, that goes up front. Number 2, it's trying to say. Number 3, Marilyn Ravel. 4, Lines. 5, Deep Purple. 6, On Broadway. So you can already see I'm removing a few things that, again, were in the proposed track listing for the album back in the day, but just didn't feel like they belonged. I believe all of these songs on side 1 will be on the box set, and what's going to be great is that they're all going to be in consistent quality. There's going to be that continuity through all the tracks. Some people have griped about Hey Little Tomboy not being released in the box set. I like Hey Little Tomboy. I understand why it's a complicated song, and I understand why Lazy Lizzy is also a complicated song, and that ended up on the box set as well. I don't have a strong opinion about it either way. We do have Hey Little Tomboy on the MIU album, officially released. It's out there for consumption. I think its appearance on MIU is enough for me. On side 2, you have It's Over Now, Our Team, which is just one of my favorite songs from this general era, and I know it doesn't really belong on this album, but it kind of fits because It's Trying to Say is also kind of a baseball themed song. So I don't know, I love it, and I just wanted to include it somewhere on one of my custom albums, and it made sense to put it on here. Next is Everybody Wants to Live, Sherry, She Needs Me, Still I Dream of It, Shortening Bread. Again, all these songs, except for Our Team, are going to be on the box set in high quality. So very, very excited. As soon as that box set gets here, I will put this away somewhere, and I will probably never dig it back out again. And that's one of the beautiful gifts that this box set brings to us. All of these songs in high quality. Now, will I take the songs from the box set and make my own records with them? I don't think so. The only thing I could think of was maybe, again, doing a more custom adult child with the tracks that are there, because I think on the box set it has all of the adult child songs on one side, a few more on the second side of the LP, and then some instrumentals, which is nice. I think it's the way they probably had to do it, but I might be tempted to take all of the tracks and maybe add in a few, and maybe even reorder things a little bit to make something that actually might resemble some of this track listing. But again, that's just me being bored and needing things to mess around with. Overall, I'm very happy with what is on offer in this box set, and I know there's some gripes from folks out there who feel like other tracks could have been included, feel like 15 Big Ones is underrepresented. I feel a little bit of that, but I also feel like, considering what could be marketable for the group and what would actually sell, the fact that we are getting this box set at all is a small miracle. And the fact that we have somebody new mixing and mastering it feels like something that also was never going to happen. It's just an exciting time to be a Beach Boys fan. It feels like, new things are happening, which is, I guess, funny to say with Brian passing last year. But as far as the appreciation for the music and finally getting a lot of these great, fantastic tracks out on streaming and onto vinyl records and into the hands of the fans who really will love and appreciate them. So, do you have any thoughts on the box set? Feel free to share them down below. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next week, and I'll see you in 3 weeks to talk about the box set. Excited. See you then.